Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for the tour, Dwayne. It's absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And I would definitely say it's the second best escape room in the country. All right, Dwayne, so we're in the original escape room.
Sure, Death Row.
Death Row, which is when you built it, you thought to yourself, oh, do the stereotypical Death Row.
Sure, yeah.
And then the other one was a serial killer. And now since then you've gone crazy in all kinds of different directions.
Yeah, so these are very basic escape rooms, very simple, but great beginner games.
But they're very beautiful.
Thank you.
So regardless that there's a lot of prisons out there, you did yours like all out.
Well, I'm lucky I have the scenic crew that works on 13th Gate, so
So obviously, are these real prison bars, or did you manufacture them yourself?
No, we built them all.
Well, that's amazing. And you can see that they've even done the roof, which is crazy. So how many rooms do you typically want there to be in your escape rooms?
I've increased that number over the years. Death Row, not counting all the little cells here, probably only has 3 main rooms.
But what is the average of the rooms that you've been building that have been more?
7, 8 rooms.
7, 8 rooms,
Yeah,
my God.
there.
And what is the square footage of this room?
But it could be a small secret passage that you're only in for a minute, or it might be the next big room that you have to go into.
What is the square footage of this room?
Oh goodness. I don't know the answer to that question.
I mean, is this one of your smaller ones?
It is one of my smaller ones, yeah.
So basically, do people get locked in their cells and they got to figure out how to get out?
That's right. Everyone gets separated, and you have to work together.
Well, that's important, right?
Yeah.
Escape room,
Yeah.
getting people to work together.
Absolutely.
And so this,
Communication.
you're considering this the main room, and then how do you get to the next room?
Oh, you gotta figure that out.
You got to figure that out. Okay. Well, maybe you could take us to the next room.
Well, I'm not going to show you the next room, but I'll show you the last room.
All right, let's see the last
And the
room.
last room is very basic as well.
And that's where you get electrocuted.
So very simple.
And yeah, so you got to figure out plugs and.
Yeah.
Now, does anybody actually sit inside this electric chair?
Sure.
Is that part of you?
Sacrifice someone.
Somebody has to be sacrificed.
Someone has to be sacrificed.
And is that a real two-way mirror?
No, it's a secret door.
No. Okay. And so this would be the very last room. And then how many security cameras do you like to have in each room?
I think we have probably 8, 10. I mean, I want to have 100% coverage.
Right.
So whatever that is.
Huh. Yeah, because I can see I'm being monitored.
Yeah.
All right, now we're in the collector.
The collector.
And I noticed it reminds me of Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, it's kind of inspired.
Yeah, and look at how they have built this up. What is this, 10 feet, 12 feet?
Yeah, something like that.
And that gives it like a more of a realistic feel.
Sure.
And I think that's one of the things a lot of escape room don't do, and even haunted houses, they build it to 8 feet because that's where the plywood goes. And by building it an extra 2 feet or 4 feet really gives it that oomph.
Well, I think a lot of times talking about haunted houses, you don't have the luxury of being able to put on ceiling in because of fire codes and things. So it just depends on your ordinances and
And are these real bricks?
No, we built all of them.
What are the bricks made of?
Plaster.
Plaster bricks. And so here you go, you got a secret room. And then what I wanted to ask you about this over here, Dwayne. I've never heard of an escape room with a slide. So explain the slide.
Just thought it would be fun to put a slide and it's a way to get out.
And that's a cool thing about your escape rooms that you did different when you built yours, is that you were trying to think of like just fun things they could do as a team.
Sure, yeah. And simple things, because again, this was one of our older games. So.
Yeah, and so like basically we don't need to go up there because it's locked, but so you got a room over here, very much Saw like inspired, but eventually you go upstairs and then you slide back out.
We can actually go up to one room up here.
Oh, we'll go check it out. And I hear, and I got this question for you, Dwayne. We hear flies buzzing everywhere. How important is sound to the escape room experience?
It's part of the immersion. Smell, sound, every sense that we can put in.
Because when you hear those flies, you just think, oh, I hate flies. And that makes you feel a little uneasy. All right, Dwayne, we've seen 2 escape rooms. Now we're on to Agent 13.
Yeah.
And I see you got a Nazi over there.
Agent 13 is about a discovery of an old World War II bunker, German bunker, and an agent is sent in to investigate it. They think it was a hiding place for a scientist who was working on a doomsday weapon. The agent goes in and never returns, so you're the second unit that goes in, and your job is to investigate and find out what's going on here and what happened to Agent 13.
Where'd you come up with a wild concept like this?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Just popped in.
And so, yeah, this is pretty wild. And it does look like a World War II type of bunker.
There you go.
And check this out. That's crazy, Dwayne. Is that like a garage door opener? I would imagine.
Okay. So then you ride the elevator down into the bunker, and each room has several puzzles. And as you go, inadvertently, you turn on an AI who you find is trying to kill you through the whole thing. So this computer tries to kill you through the whole thing and tries to turn on this doomsday weapon because you've activated and turned her on.
Oh, that sounds wild.
Yeah.
So the computer's trying to kill you.
The computer's trying to kill you the whole way. Yeah.
And then we got another bunker.
Yeah, bunker and crawl space, and we'll have to stop and go around the other way because you're not going to be able to crawl.
Is this like a puzzle, like similar like a laser maze?
Laser maze.
And
You can't see it because of the fog.
right. And all right, sounds great.
While you are doing your best to force such large objects through that tiny air shaft, I took the liberty of scanning your brains. I must say that I am impressed that you have made it this far. Please be careful getting out. I would hate for you to hurt yourself before I had a chance to kill you.
So she's gonna kill us?
So that's going through the game. She activates a lot of things. So I don't want to give too much.
Welcome to the doctor's experimental lab. Please focus your attention across the room to the round and large debris currently pointed at you.
Oh, that sounds.
Any attempt to open the gate will cause it to shoot you in the face. It leaves a rather large hole, by the way, so I wouldn't try it. Oh, and
So storyline is really important to you, huh,
Say
Dwayne?
hello to Agent 13.
Wow, this is like really interactive. Is this theme really popular?
It is.
So I was forced to use.
So you basically said, well, I'm gonna do my own FBI type of theme, but I'm going over the top and
It's
make
got all the tropes and all the
Humans are so bad. I have grown quite fond of you, however, so I wouldn't want to have to shoot you also. So please, go home now before it's too late.
This is absolutely insane, Dwayne.
Thank you.
And it looks like there's a rocket ship up there for your backpack. It's really cool. All right, Dwayne, so what one are we in now?
This is Tomb of Anubis. It's our 4th one that we built, our advanced game for sure. It's got a lot of wow moments in it. A lot of
wow moments.
Yeah.
Now I hear one of the things like you get bricks claps on you or something.
No.
No, you don't get killed. The wall doesn't
Killed?
smash you into a pancake.
No. Perfectly safe.
It's very Indiana Jones-ish, right?
Yeah, the Mummy, inspired by the Mummy and Indiana Jones for sure.
Yeah, and I see we have one of your former contestants is left here.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't make it. So Dwayne, did you sculpt this big giant Anubis character right where he's at?
We did.
Okay. So he's sculpted out of foam.
Yes. And hard code.
And how tall is this thing?
Gosh, I don't know, about 16 feet.
How many?
looks about 16.
16 feet. And so this is kind of like, not to give anything away, but you kind of start in an effect room, and then you get opened up to this big thing, and then this guy is the one who's basically tormenting you for the whole.
Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Holy cow. And what's this over here? Do you have to crawl through that?
Yes.
And is that a ball pit? Holy cow. So you have to crawl in, you have to break into this room to crawl through a ball pit to get another clue. Is that just another example of you trying to make it to where it's different and fun?
Yes, exactly.
And what do people think of it?
More rooms to this game as well.
What do people think about crawling around through all them balls?
They love it.
They love it?
Sure.
I would love it.
So how many square feet is this escape room?
I think it's about 1,200.
And then you have like another antechamber here. So you have like
And there's 2 more big rooms after this.
2 more rooms.
Yeah.
What's the most impressive room? This one?
The intro, yeah, I would say so. Sure.
Well, this is
The burial chamber is pretty cool.
okay, Dwayne. So we're in like the last room of this big old Egyptian escape room here, and I see like all the pillars can be turned. Was that hard to make?
Well, everything was a little hard to make.
Let me ask you this question: is all your rooms? Because I notice you have like lighting and sound that triggers. Is every one of these rooms on some sort of like a one controller programmed?
Many controllers, yeah. Right.
So there's just
Controllers,
you just don't have lights in the rooms. You have everything controlled.
Everything's controlled. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
All choreographed.
And I'm assuming that thing up there talks to you?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. And one of the things that you'll notice about these escape rooms is that the ceilings are very, very high. So if you're trying to get immersive, you want to get tall ceilings. All right, Dwayne, what's the next escape room we can check out?
On.
Which one?
Let's see. I think we're going to go to Cutthroat Cavern next.
All right. Once again, you see the tall ceilings. Jeez Louise. And did you hand card these panels here, Dwayne? Or these vacuum for them?
My guys carved all this, yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Thank you.
And of course, pirates. So I'm assuming we're like in a place where the pirates have buried their treasure.
Yes.
And like a cursed tomb.
It is something like that in my end, yes.
Yeah. So this is the first room, and one of the things I noticed is there's a big old maze on the floor.
Right.
Does that have anything to do with the game?
It does.
It does. I see, because it has arrows
Yeah.
pointing up into there.
You gotta figure it out.
And you got to figure out what that's all about, but you got to look at the floor for sure. So yeah, this is pretty cool. So how big is this? This is the one you said took the longest time to build.
Right. Yeah, it's probably 3,000 square feet.
My goodness.
Big game.
That might be one of the biggest escape rooms in the United States.
It's up there.
Except for those ones in Vegas are real big.
Sure.
But have you ever thought about doing your escape rooms where you can put a group in like the first room and then another group's like 2 rooms ahead and...
No, because I feel like when you book the game, the whole game is yours until...
But do
time's up.
you have to double back to this room again?
Well, some of our games are linear and others are non-linear. We have to go back and forth.
But when a game is 3,000 square feet, and I'm just asking you, like, have you ever thought about, because it's so big, you could run it like a tourist escape room.
I mean, this one's not designed for that, for sure.
Have you ever thought about doing one like that?
No, not really.
No?
It's just not the way we want to do it.
So this room, you let 10 people play?
Yeah, up to 10, sure.
Okay.
Cutthroat Cavern, there's several more rooms.
Then we're like in the
Bigger
middle?
as they go. The rooms
Holy
get
cow.
bigger as they go.
And look at the ceiling. Like, the whole ceiling is done, and you've got all these like skeletons and this whole entire wall and that big snake. And then you got this rope in the middle. And we're not giving anything away because it says, pull me. But you have to pull that and then figure out what to do in here. And how many puzzles do you average per room?
I'd say about 12.
No, per room.
Oh, per room, and that varies. It's different every.
Is it usually 1 to 2 or multiple?
Probably so 1 or 2.
And do you do like a lot of red herrings? Like it looks
No,
like it
I
could be a
try not
puzzle.
to.
Because I see this thing,
Right.
and it looks like, oh, that should be a puzzle,
It could be, yeah.
but it's probably not.
Yeah.
But it might be.
It might be, but it's probably not.
Probably not. So you do use red herrings?
No, not many.
Not many.
No, it's decor.
Decor.
So you have to determine what's decor. I won't throw something in just to throw someone off. I think
Right.
That's a little bit cruel.
It's a little bit cruel. Yeah.
And it would probably make me mad if I was playing a game.
What do you think of it, Patty?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the coolest one we've seen so far. Okay, is this the main like payoff room in this?
It is. This is the main room.
Very inspired by Goonies, a lot of Goonies types of puzzles.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Goonies, Indiana Jones, all those cool movies.
And I see you have a can in here, and then you have the whole stern of a ship.
Yeah.
And then I guess to complete the escape room, you have to go into the ship itself. And then I guess this is supposed to be like the lagoon. Now, in your haunted house, you use real snakes and stuff. You're not using any of that in this lagoon, are you? So look at this. Totally built to the ceiling. I like how you broke the walls down, so it's like built into a cave, and some of it is crumbled away. And do you have to walk through these little, you have to get into these little, crawl around here in the sand? And then I'm assuming the steering wheel's a puzzle, I would guess. And then, wow, that's kind of cool. Like a telescope. Wait a minute, what are they called? That you see through. Wow, this is really cool, Dwayne. And you got a parrot up there. Does he talk?
He does. That's how you get clues.
That's how you get clues. And then we got like a hole in the ship to see all the cool set design here. And it really does look like a ship. Now, you know, Dwayne, I found a place that will sell these. You can just buy these, like these pieces. They've got all this like reclaimed wood off of old wooden ships. And they're in Fort Lauderdale. Wow, Dwayne, it looks amazing.
Thanks.
And so then I guess, how many more rooms is there to this this escape room?
This is it. This is all.
This is the last one. So once you get out of this room, you escape and you win.
Right.
Oh, awesome.
Your friend Jenny, a reporter for the Baton Rouge Advocate, broke into the old Avery Island Mental Asylum this evening to get footage for a story she was working on about haunted places. She's been gone for a while, and it's getting dark, and a bad storm is coming. So you and your friends decide to go look for her. You find her car and the broken window she used to enter the building. You hesitantly enter and soon start searching through the maze of dark rooms. You enter an old patient room, and suddenly you hear the door lock behind you.
Are you scared, Penny?
You inside. Can you get out? Can you find your friend and escape? Or will something bad happen to you as well? You have 1 hour. Good luck.
So, Dwayne, do all your rooms have like a pre-show?
Yes. They have our intro.
And it basically explains the theme.
Explains why you're there, who you are, why you're there. Right.
And so this, you're saying, is your only scary theme.
This is Asylum is our only one that has scares in it.
So when you decided to make it scary, how scary did you decide to make
Well,
it?
as
Is there a
scary
limit
as
to
we
it?
can make it without actors. Yeah, so it's not near as scary as the haunted house, but there are many automated scares that the game master triggers.
Now let me ask you this question, Dwayne, because again, for those people who haven't seen a lot of our videos, you know, we're mostly asking a lot of questions. Okay, so we're just trying to learn from you here. So none of your rooms have actors. You brought up a good point, but a lot of escape rooms do have them.
Sure.
Have you ever thought about giving up your game master and making them an actor?
Well, the problem is consistency. And I want to make sure that everyone gets the same game, the one that we created. And putting a human factor in could having to have an actor on staff all the time would be the issue.
Have you ever thought about it?
No.
When you made this room, did you think, I'm going to do this one with actors?
No.
No? Would you ever do an escape room with actors?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I have actors, I have characters built into the escape room that are automated. And that way we can control the storyline much better. That way.
Is this room popular?
Very popular, yes.
And why haven't you done more scary rooms considering you're a
Because
scary
there's
guy?
a certain population of people who go to escape rooms or that don't want scary escape rooms.
I have found like with our escape rooms, the scary themes do the best.
Yeah, I think if you give a great story or a great adventure, then they're going to do great.
Your Agent 13 is scary, you know, because you're going to be killed by a computer with a laser beam, right?
Well, I've been criticized that in every escape room I have a dead body, even if it's not scary.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how that happened.
But, like,
It just did.
Even your Cutthroat Cavern, or like not trying to give it a lot away, but in The Mummy, you have things that happen to you that are
Sure,
scary.
Well, the Mummy is not considered the movie The Mummy is not considered a horror movie, right? It's like
Well, I mean, it's a horror movie,
it
but
might be
it's
scary.
like an Indiana Jones
Yeah,
version
Indiana
of a horror
Jones type
movie.
Yeah. So
But
there's
it's-
scary moments in Indiana Jones, but you wouldn't consider it a horror movie.
Like when I took my kids to see Van Helsing, and when the werewolf came out, you know, the little one, he got scared. Even though we watched that movie and go, this is silly, it's an adventure movie.
Sure.
Right? But it's still a horror adventure
so
movie.
Some people may find
So Mummy, Agent 13, this one are all kind of scary. Yeah.
Elements of something that's scary.
And then, of course, being electrocuted is kind of scary. All right, so where do we go from here? Just right through these doors?
So, one unique aspect about the asylum is that this is one wing of the asylum. The other wing of the same hospital is in the haunted house. So part of it is an escape room, part is a haunted house, but it's the same.
Was this part of the escape or haunted house at one point?
Just for this, but with the intention on having two different wings of the same hospital.
Ah, okay.
So-
That's pretty cool. Do your guests know that?
If they pay attention, they probably would, because it has the same sign. It's the Avery Island Mental Institution.
There you go. So we just go through this door?
Sure.
And will any ghosts jump out at us? Or?
No, they're all put up right now.
So is this like an escape room, like where you access everything through like a main hallway?
There's a main hallway, but there's multiple rooms to this game.
So I noticed here you have an emergency exit only.
Sure.
Do you ever have anybody use it?
You can get out of our games at any time. The doors aren't locked. This is just for this particular door that's in between.
But do you have people play this room and they're like, I'm scared,
yeah,
I want
they
out?
all the time, sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you kind of like. Now, do you have a Nurse Cratchit? I see locks with letters and rooms. So obviously you can get into this room.
Sure.
And look at that. That's really cool. Lightning everywhere. And here's an open room that we can check out. And it's kind of cool up there. There's a grate. And I guess this is supposed to be a bathroom. I do notice there's a lot of blood on the ground. Does that mean someone was recently killed? Oh, look at that guy over there. I bet you when people bump down here to see that, they're terrified. Do people get scared from seeing this guy? That would be like a ghost ride.
Wow. You heard
What
that.
the heck?
Hey, Dwayne, are these all fake?
I laughed.
Dwayne, are all these fake organs?
That's not even on the soundtrack.
Are those fake organs?
Better go back in there and see what's going on. I'm sorry.
Are these fake organs or
Oh, they're real. We just harvest them.
You harvest them from the guests?
Yeah.
And so this would be
That's the end.
if you survive.
Yeah.
And how many rooms are there like that you can break into in that hallway?
Oh goodness, there's probably 7 or 8 rooms.
7 or 8 rooms? Are they all just real similar?
Yeah.
I'm
you-
totally creeped out by it.
So do you have to like just collect things out of these rooms to try to survive the last room?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're progressing as you go.
Wow. Well, are these tools fastened down?
What's
Yeah.
this one called?
The asylum.
The asylum. Where does this one rank since it's considered your like scariest room? Is it one of your most popular?
It is one of our more popular ones. Yeah.
Do you think you should do more scary rooms?
I would, if I had room, I would probably do one more, sure. But it's not next on my list to do a scary one. I've got plenty of scary stuff at the haunted house. So
If you could license something, okay, anything to make an escape room out of it, what would it be?
oh my gosh,
Off the top of your head, you could have any license you want.
I don't know. I have to think about that one there.
You can't think of one?
No, it's too
I mean, I can think of a ton of cool
Yeah, there's
ones.
too many.
Willy Wonka would be cool.
Yeah.
To make the chocolate factory.
Sure.
That would be exciting. Is there a theme that you said, let's do this, but then you thought about maybe it's too hard and you just said, nah, let's move on to something else? Or the opposite, too easy?
Well, my hardest game to design and build was the disappearance of Flight 13, the airplane we have. So.
Now, you brought a real airplane in for that, right?
No, we purchased an airplane from Rise Haunted House and we refurbished the whole thing, and then we added a flight simulator and a lot of other parts to it.
Wow, that is crazy. So, I think we're gonna go on to, I wanna get out of surgery. That's never fun for anybody. We're in a creepy forest here, and the escape room is called Spellbound. Now, Dwayne says he's only got one scary room, but I would consider a lot of these rooms kind of scary. And I hear magic, but this looks like a creepy
Don't be
old...
alarmed. This is not a dream. You have been chosen.
Oh, there's a pre-show.
Many centuries ago, my coven was at war with a plague of vampires that almost
There's a
left them
squirrel up
here.
there.
After an eternity of bloodshed and most of our coven destroyed, we were close to victory, for only 5 undead creatures remained. The master vampire, Patrox, and his undead brides. The remaining witches of the coven set a trap and lured the vampires here, the crumbling home of the coven hidden away in this Louisiana swamp. We quickly killed his brides and hoped that victory was near. But our efforts met with failure, for the master vampire proved to be too strong for us to destroy. With our last breath, we cast our final spell together and imprisoned the Dark Lord for 200 years. The vampire now sleeps sealed within a secret chamber. But time is up and the spell unravels tonight at midnight. He will awaken and once again prey upon the living unless you stop him. Avenge us and complete the sacred work of the coven and abolish this evil. The fate of the innocent lie in the balance. My familiar, a feline named Lynx, has guarded this house ever since that cursed night and will assist you if you need him. He awaits within. Now awaken, find the resting place of the vampire, and let the spirits of the 5 witches guide you in your quest.
From the sounds of it, it sounds like a scary escape room. Vampires, swamps. We're gonna have to get to the bottom of this. How he figures these are not scary themes. But obviously, you look around, there's buttons to press, things to pull. So, it looks like we're trapped in here
The curtains are moving.
until Dwayne can come get us. The curtains are moving? There's a room in there.
It's Dwayne.
Where? Where's Dwayne? All right, Dwayne, I have a question for you. Because now I'm starting to not believe anything you say.
Okay.
Okay, so
Robin Fripp Best.
All right, hold on. Mummy. Now we're just going to go through the list, okay? When you think about it, Mummy is considered horror.
No, this is not scary.
All right, but you say you only have one scary room. I come in here.
That has scares in it.
Okay, but
Not that
the
the theme
but this theme is considered scary.
I mean, it's
As vampires,
it would
swamps.
Be, hocus pocus scary.
It's hocus pocus scary.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's still in the horror realm.
So this game, Spellbound, came from Rise, an excellent game that they designed. We bought it from them and scenically refurbished it, but we kept most of the puzzles intact.
Oh, okay.
We changed the storyline, the beginning, the intro, and the ending, but all the center puzzles are pretty much all great. So we left all alone. It's a fantastic game.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, so how do we move on?
Okay. Well,
We're just gonna walk in.
we're just gonna walk in.
And we got a bunch of candles.
Yeah, that's the timing system in here. It's really unique. We added one candle goes off out every
Oh,
minute.
every minute. Holy cow. So folks, look at this. One. That is the timer. That is just clever as can be. That's really clever there, Dwayne. And it looks like you're in the old Evil Dead cabin. With hatches in the floor and the whole shebang, trap doors, secret doors. But it really does look like Evil Dead
Yeah,
with a little witchcraft.
it's a good basic intermediate game.
But to me, it's still a scary theme. I think you're so desensitized by horror from the haunted house that you forget. No, this is a children's theme. No, it's got coffins and stakes and vampires. No, that's not scary. There's a coffin.
100%.
You agree with me,
There's a
Patty?
pentagram on the wall.
Yeah, there's a pentagram. That's no big deal. Everybody that goes to church knows it's, you know. And there's Dracula sleeping down there with blood coming out of his mouth, but it's not a scary theme.
No.
But I'm just giving you trouble there, Dwayne. So yes, this is a very beautiful looking room, and I see you got to get a cross with a stake in it, and I guess at some point you're gonna have to kill Dracula. Is this the whole thing?
Got one more.
No, I mean, is this just like a three-room escape?
3-room escape.
Okay, so this would be one of your smaller ones.
Smaller game. Yeah.
And wow, dude, but it really does.
There's a lot in this game.
So, like, for a room like this, how long would it have taken you to build this one, opposed to say the Cutthroat?
A third of the time.
Third of the time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, let's go see the last
Moving
one.
on.
Seeking adventure in Las Vegas, you and your friends book an empty red-eye flight on Midnight Airlines. Little
Midnight
did you
Airlines.
know that this plane is also transporting a secret. One so incredible that it could break the barrier between science and science fiction. At the Las Vegas airport, scientists from Area 51 wait patiently for this plane to land. But they will be waiting a long time indeed. For this plane and its unsuspecting passengers have a new destination into another dimension.
Whoa. Feel that, Larry?
Yeah.
From the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. It seems we've run into an unexpected storm. There's nothing to worry about, but it might get a bit bumpy. Please ensure you're buckled up in.
This is impossible. We went the wrong way. Wait a minute. What the hell is that? Oh my god. What is... No! No!
That's all.
Press the call button.
just press the golf button.
So Dwayne, how do people, like, not trying to give everything away, but how do they know when to get out of the seat?
Gotta figure that out.
Are they locked into the seats?
Not really.
No, so they can get up at any time, even while the pre-show's going on?
When it's time to get up, they'll know. That's all I can tell you.
Okay. And so now we're in an airplane that is solely based on Twilight Zone kind of thing.
Yeah,
and it's not scary whatsoever.
Sure.
Do all those open?
Yeah. There's over
Does any clues come from the windows?
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
For a while.
And I see you got a timer back there. And hey, tell us about the lavatory and how you found the pieces for it.
So everything in the plane really came from the seats, the laboratory, the cockpit. It's all parts of the planes. Well, the cockpit's actually a flight simulator. The bathrooms were being sold as camp bathrooms, but they're real.
But you found a lot of this stuff on eBay?
eBay, yeah, believe it or not, yeah.
And so is this like the real hull of a ship?
No,
a
we
plane?
built all of this. Based
okay.
off the frame of the Rise ride.
Oh, I see. So that's like, that's not the door we came in, is it? No? So how many rooms is this one?
4 very small rooms. This is probably our smallest game, but it's accurate to the size.
Is it very popular?
Very popular. Our newest game. It's got some great surprises in it, some great effects, a lot of wow factors.
Ultimately,
great storyline too. Probably one of our best stories of the whole.
And do you have to get in the bathroom?
You have to get all over. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, do you have to ultimately get and fly the plane?
You have to get into the cockpit. It's one of your first things to do and find out what's happening.
We've made it into the control room. Is this a control room you made on your own? A flying saucer.
It's inside the plane now. I can hear it outside.
Sit in there, fly the plane with me.
I have to tell you the truth. We have something they want, something we have no business keeping from them. I was there when they hit the pieces. Just give it back to them and maybe they'll leave us alone. I have to go.
That's really cool, Dwayne. So do you have to solve some puzzles in here?
Yes.
Where did you get all these like control boards and switches?
It's all a flight simulator for a 747.
So you just like bought one?
Yeah.
Like a used one?
Yes.
Holy cow. But in no way are they being, or do they control like the movement of the...
No, not this game, no.
No. Oh, that's awesome, Dwayne. You know, when I was sitting in the seat, Dwayne, I was actually thinking, I wonder if I sit here long enough, I'll end up somewhere else.
Las Vegas.
All right. Well,
I think that's it.
it's pretty cool.
That is wild.
How long did this room take to build?
Oh, a long time. This is our hardest one.
The hardest
design and
one?
build, yeah.
Do you, Dwayne, do you ever try to charge more for like new rooms?
No, they're all the same price.
They're all the same price?
Yeah.
Whenever
Stay consistent.
whenever a new room opens, do they immediately sell out for...
They're very popular, yes.
Have you had people play every room?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And do they call you, harass you about when we have a new room?
Yes, all the time.
Do they?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, Patty, what'd you think of the escape rooms?
That's amazing.
Yeah, they were really cool. And so we're gonna ask Dwayne. Dwayne, let me see if I can get you over here. How do they find your escape room? Because I know you're in the middle of nowhere.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana,
That's
downtown.
in the middle of nowhere, right?
800 St. Philip Street, downtown Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge, yes, that's a real city. And you're about 6 hours from Dallas. How far from Houston? 4 hours?
5 hours from Houston.
And how far from New Orleans?
1 hour north.
1 hour from New Orleans.
Yeah.
So if you're in New Orleans, you just hop on over here and check it out. Have you ever had anybody play all of the escape rooms in the same day?
Yeah, we've had a few.
They just come in the morning and just bang, 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 bang,
Knock
bang,
them out.
bang.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there you have it.
What's the website?
13thgateescape.com.
13thgateescape.com.
Yeah.
And you said the busiest months are
July and October.
And that's when you can't even like book it at all.
You have to book it a couple weeks in advance.
What is the busiest or the slowest month?
January, February.
January, February?
Yeah.
And you have one more escape room coming. When do you think you might have that open?
I hate to say.
Hate to say, it's just until it's done.
When it's done, it's done. Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for the tour, Dwayne. It's absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And I would definitely say it's the second best escape room in the country. I'm just kidding. I would absolutely say it's the best facility that I've ever seen, and you should come check it out right here in Baton Rouge. And one of the things, Dwayne, I just had to ask, when you're walking down these hallways, it's really dark in here.
Oh.
It is really dark. Is it to set the mood, the tone?
Yes.
Yes. And Dwayne, I have to ask you one more time, because when you went away, me and Patty were talking. We happened to mention that maybe you have some PTSD from the haunt industry, because most of your themes are scary in nature.
Oh.
Yes. Twilight Zone, getting attacked by aliens.
They're all happy games.
Yes, okay. Patty, what do you think?
I think they're all scary.
Scary in...
No, they're adventures. They're all adventures.
Scary adventures.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, like you go in his Agent 13, you're going to be killed by evil computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like
not
going
scary.
through his haunted house.
No, definitely.
But it's just the themes have a scary base.
Yeah, Spellbound, he says, no, we only have one scary theme. Then I'm listening to the pre-show of Spellbound. It's like, the vampires are in the swamp. Like, oh, yeah, there's satanic stuff everywhere. No, it's not scary at all.
No.
There's blood on Dracula's mouth. It's not scary. It's vampires. I think what you're failing to realize, Dwayne, is that us that love horror movies, we don't think vampires are scary at all, right? They're like Santa Claus in the horror community. When's there ever been a scary vampire movie? It just doesn't exist. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's the supernatural, you know, and that's what your asylum is, kind of like in a supernatural asylum.
Sure.
So that's a legitimate horror.
Yeah.
And none of us in the horror community consider Brendan Fraser's Mummy scary.
No, no.
It's like an Indiana
It's like
Jones
Indiana
version.
Jones version,
But
sure.
it's still horror. And that's what I mean. Your Mummy is still horror.
Okay.
Well, thanks a lot, Dwayne, and we really
You're welcome.
appreciate it. And we didn't get to show everything because you got to come play it.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
Well, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
And when you vote for the best escape rooms that happen every year, make sure you vote for St. Louis Escape number 1 and 13th Gate Escape number 2, right? Now, I know you told me you voted that way.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely the way I vote.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, thanks a lot, Dwayne, and until next time.
All right.
For scary videos and more, subscribe to our YouTube page, huntworld.com.